Trap boys.
Saludos, programa, saludos, saludos, mi gente, mi gente, mi gente. How are we this evening? It is I, El Buntador Segundo, here with another episode of Los Lobos de Lucha Libre, and it wouldn't be Los Lobos de Lucha Libre without mi familia, mi gente. Papa Oso y el jefe Mikey. Papa Oso, we haven't seen you. How have you been?
I have been crazy. That's how I've been.
Okay. And then Mikey, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo está, primo?
Está bien. I'm doing very good. I was very surprised I was able to watch all of Grand Slam Mexico before we went on. Not gonna spoil it here. Gonna wait until the review next week, but I have questions.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, we've been well fed this week. Totally well fed. And como siempre, primo, buenas. Wonderful to see you here. And yes, mi gente, we are here talking about the CMLL Viernes Espectacular. This Viernes Espectacular is from Junio 13th, June 13th. It was another show that, like, it was over and I was like, that was it? What happened? So it was a very fun show, very fun show. And we start off right off the bat with Amazona action, where we have our Technica team of La Jarochita and Kira versus Zuxis and Persephone. This was a relevo sencillo de Amazonas for one fall. And our Amazonas looking very, very strong this match. It was a good beginner. Let Papa also, we haven't heard from you in a while. What give us your thoughts on this opener?
Oh, well, I mean, hello. It's my girl Persephone, who kicked some serious butt in this match. And Zuxis as well. I do love her. Actually, I love all four of them. But anytime we get to see the Amazonas wrestle, it's like a vacation, baby. I just sit back and enjoy the sights. as they literally destroy one another, and I love every minute of it.
Which they did. Jefe, talk to us. What'd you think? We had a triunfo de Rudas this match. I felt it was a very dominating match by the Rudas. Did you feel the same?
I absolutely did. And I also want to point out, too, I find it very cool and awesome that these are the 4 women that are going to be competing are competing or have competed this week in this AEW CMLL ROH crossover, because Persephone was on Tuesday's show, Zuxis was on Grand Slam Mexico, and La Jarochita and Kira will be involved at Fantastica Mania, which makes me excited.
Yep.
Zuxis just destroys girls left and right. I was like, damn, those power bombs that she does. I was like, oh my god, somebody check on them.
It's what she do. It's so great. Also, when she does that running like senton into the corner, I love when she does that too. So Agent Lo-Fi, decent. Definitely felt like an opener. And yeah, would have been nice if they got a little bit more time. But it was an opener. It got the stage set going into our next match, where we had the Hermanos Chavez, Ángel de Oro, Niebla Roja versus Los Depredadores, Magnus and Rugido. This was a relevo sencillo de Rudos, so it was Rudos contra Rudos, and it was best 2 out of 3 fall. Our first fall went to Magnus and Rugido, Los Depredadores. Second fall went to the Hermanos Chavez, and third fall went to the Hermanos Chavez, giving us a triunfo, Hermano Chavez. El Jefe, what do we think of this Chavez victory?
It was trash. No, just kidding. I'm overly positive on this, so I gotta throw in some twists there. No,
I know, right?
Seriously. Well, that's because when you're always given quality stuff, it makes it very hard to find any nitpicks, and my nitpicks are always like just even minor, which sucks, but I try to balance it out. But as far as this match goes, I thought this was a good warm-up match because, again, these 2 teams would also be involved in this whole entire week as well. So I really, really love this one. I thought this was a fun time. Every time I get to see Angel and Niebla get to team up in any capacity is really good. And of course, now that we have been seeing Los Depredadores a lot, and not just here in CMLL, they've been all over the place recently in the last couple of months. This was a really fun tag match. I really enjoyed this one. I do think that I will say that the first fall, it took me a little bit between these 2, because I was like, I know both of them are good, but it did take a little bit to kind of find the rhythm. And then once we got into the second and third fall, for me personally, it ended up picking up where it needed to. And I thought this was a pretty fun match. Again, it's what I've come to be used to with these 2 teams.
Yes. Yep. Papa Oso, what'd you think?
I don't normally say this, but this match was okay.
Okay.
Right. I mean, it wasn't horrible. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Because I have such high expectations for these guys, and I thought it was sort of it's gonna be a hot take. I'm sorry, guys, but it felt phoned in. I literally just felt that's just the way I felt with it, because I was watching it and I was like, oh, I like these guys and I love this, but I was like, the match was okay, but I was just sort of like, something was missing, and I don't know what it was. But
do you think maybe it was they were playing it safe?
It felt soft.
Okay. Yeah,
if that makes sense. I don't necessarily think they were they were pulling back, but it felt like they weren't necessarily going full forward.
Sure.
I don't know. It was just because usually, like I said, I usually expect a lot out of these guys. Especially Magnus and Rugido. Yes. They're usually so just, and I felt that they were kind of just,
yeah. No, well, and it's and I believe Agent Lo-Fi kind of highlights what we're saying is, you know, all of our nitpicks is because CMLL is so good right now. It's at a high level. The match was a good match. And I do agree with you that even though it was a good match, from what we've seen from these four, it definitely felt like they were holding back, like maybe, you know, like they were taking it. I don't want to say taking it easy, but and I don't want to say phoning it in, but let's just say holding back, that they were holding back. But it was still really good, really good hard fought match. I loved that moonsault tope combination that the Hermano Chavez's hit on Magnus and Rugido. And maybe that's what it was. It didn't. We have seen Magnus and Rugido fly so much previously that they really didn't fly much this match. What do you think, Mikey?
I think you're right. And to kind of combo what you said as well as what Agent Lo-Fi said, I also feel that because a lot of those people that we were seeing on this particular Viernes Espectacular was going to be involved in this whole entire week with AEW and CMLL and New Japan, everybody coming in, I feel that safe is not the word I want to use, but they took precaution to make sure that nobody risked getting hurt
Right.
in order for everyone to be able to do what they needed to.
Yep.
For the Tuesday, the Wednesday, the talent that's involved in the Ring of Honor tapings this week, as well as Fantastica Mania. So I feel, while it's not necessarily a bad thing, I do feel that instead of going like full 4 times speed, I feel like we kind of hit the gear to maybe like 2 times speed or like 1.5 speed.
Sure. Yeah.
It was fun Lucha Libre still, but we were kind of reining it back a little bit, but not it's because people don't know what they were doing. It's probably more so we don't want people to get hurt like literally days before the events that are supposed to occur.
Right. Yep. Fair. So again, we have a Triunfo Hermanos Chavez, and this came to our match Relámpago for the night, which I feel is the beginning of the international talent coming into CMLL for this week, where we have Robbie X versus Hechicero. Robbie X, who El Jefe, and I believe Adolfo, the wannabe nerdy Puerto Rican, they watched him.
We will not be calling names of my co-hosts here. Oh. No, you will not.
Okay.
I'll fight you in a Relámpago match. Bring it.
Okay. But yeah, no, Robbie X, all in the best of the Super Juniors, coming over to Mexico. This was, I feel this is where the show really started to pick up. We do get Hechicero getting the win with 17 seconds left. I love it when they go to the last seconds on these match Relámpagos. I mean, I'll be honest, I was hoping for a draw. I personally like it when it comes down to a draw on these match Relámpagos. But El Jefe, dígame, ¿qué pensar?
I actually really like this one too. I think Robbie X, we've seen in the last couple of weeks, can hang with anybody, especially given his performance and how important he was in the Best of the Super Juniors tournament over in New Japan.
Yes.
I like this one a lot. I agree. I think this is where things kind of picked up a little bit for the evening. And I love Hechicero. I really do. But again, I feel that this was more for Robbie X, and he's literally having a run down here in Mexico, and I'm here for it.
Sure. Yep. Papa, so what did you think about this match Relámpago? I know that you know who Hechicero is. I believe this might be one of the first times that you saw Robbie X. What'd you think?
Well, I mean, I liked the match. The match was really good. I thought it was pretty strong. I thought it was picking up at this point. I think the night was getting kind of exciting at this point. Because I mean, the minute they introduced Hechicero, I mean, the energy is going to go skyrocketing.
Yeah.
And it did. And I thought, I don't know who this Robbie X person is, but he's about to be like mincemeat, because we know Hechicero likes to chew him up and spit him out.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
So, and thus he did. So I was like, all right, there you go. All right, Hechicero. I mean, I like the guy. I like this Robbie X gentleman. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know him. I don't think I've ever seen him actually. So, but I enjoyed him. I enjoyed watching this match in quite a bit. I actually I went back a couple of times to watch it again, or watch areas of it. But I really liked it. I thought it was really good. It's very strong.
Yep. And Agent Low 5 point now, Robbie basically doing a Best of Super Junior run right now. Down in Mexico, and he's been killing it. Yep. I'm excited to see well, I'm not gonna jump the shark and spoil it. But yeah. So moving on. So again, we got Triunfo Hechicero. Moving on, we have Galeon Fantasma, Zandakan Jr. and Difunto versus La Familia Depredadores. I'm just gonna call them that now. In the Papa, Rocky Romero, and El Hijo Volador Jr.
We have crop tops like now.
Right. This was a level sencillo de rudos. So we had two rudo teams facing off against each other. Best 2 out of 3 fall. And ladies and gentlemen, please put the kids to bed because it's now sexy time.
What the actual flip? You had the time to make all that. That is amazing.
I would graciously take more of that.
Of course you would. You'd be
You're
at
welcome.
I'll give you the popcorn. I will provide the snacks.
You're welcome. So the first fall went to the Galeon Fantasma, and then the second and third fall went to Familia Depredadores. That's probably not what they're being called, but I'm calling them that from now on. So,
Ay, papi chulos.
El Jefe, what did you think of El Hijo y El Papa taking on our favorite skeleton crew?
Right. First, Agent Lo-Fi with the video. Amazing. Yes. The fact that El Buntador had the time to make that today was amazing, and I love this. So I might be a little controversial in saying this. Match-wise, I really enjoyed this. Of course, I love Zandokan and Difunto. I thought they work really well as a tag team. I also love the weird, like non-sexual but kind of sexual tension between Rocky Romero and Volador Jr. We are about to enter like bound chicka went wow territory. Yep. So this was a fun match, and I don't have any issue with the match. I will say it's gonna take me a little bit of time because I feel that these two teams specifically going up against each other, while this match ended up being fun, I do feel that styles-wise and just presentation-wise, it took me a little bit because I feel that they are a little bit of a weird fit to go up against each other like this, given the fact that they are vastly different and have been involved in different things. But I still think that overall, after the whole match was said and done, I still thought this was a really fun match. It just took me a little bit because stylistic-wise, for me personally, both teams are a little bit of a weird fit. But I'm here for this. I really, really am. And I am here for more Rocky and Volador just shenanigans and playing in our faces. Be like, it's Pride Month, you guys. Don't be baiting us, but also bait if you want.
Papa Oso, what did you think of this match?
Give me more of it. I'll take more. Anytime I can see them together. Yeah, anyway. I liked it. I thought it was good. I agree with you guys. I thought it was weird. It had a weird vibe to it, I guess. But it wasn't bad. I really enjoyed it. I just thought it was a weird mix. So it felt odd. Not bad, just odd. And I don't know why. Because I like all four of these guys, and I think they wrestle well individually.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I agree that I think it was a bit of a odd, like Agent Lo-Fi says. Why?
Yep.
I'll just there you go. See that.
I would love to see the full El Galeon Fantasma versus like Rocky Romero, Volador Jr. and maybe like Magnus or Rigido or one of the other Depredadores. I think as a trio and like a Relevos Australiano, that would be really fun. Really quick note, Periquito Zacarias did come out with El Galeon Fantasma. And he did hit a 619 on Rocky Romero, which was quite entertaining. And then Rocky Romero chasing after Periquito was made my night. So there we go. All right. If you like what you see, if you like the wrestling, if you like what you see and you like the wrestling, please, by all means, check us out on the interwebs, the Biconics BC WrestlePod. We are out on the interwebs. You can find us on Instagrams, Threads, YouTube, Twitch. You're probably watching us on one of those platforms. We are also on Blue Sky. As posted earlier, we do have merch at BC WrestlePod Spring, fourthwall.com. Bam, there it is in the chat. We have some great lines going on right now. We have our Pride line, which the proceeds go towards
I gotcha.
Thank you. Hit it, Mikey.
Yes, so we have a bunch of stuff in our merch collection, ranging from all the review teams for the US and the international brands. We have a Hot Boy Summer collection, which takes our luchador mascot in Fun in the Sun. But we have two important collections for us that we are running until we decide not to do BC WrestlePod anymore. And that is our Pride collection for Pride 2025, which is called We Grapple with Pride. And portions of every item sold, part of the proceeds will be donated to Point of Pride, which is a charity organization that offers help and financial assistance for trans health and gender affirming care. And then on top of that, we are also dropping our We just dropped our We Don't Tap collection, which is a special collection that I decided to make, especially given the fact that I am witnessing things firsthand with my Latino culture and my Latino family and my Latino brethren and sisters and non-binary folks everywhere in the United States. And so part of the proceeds for that collection will be donated to the CIYJA, so the California Immigrant Youth Justice Alliance, which offers financial and legal assistance to young children, teenagers, and young adults being affected by any stage of the immigration process and everything going down with ICE. Also, I would like to take this time to shout out my baby daddy, Brody King. You are the ultimate Giga Chad, and I will forever protect you at all costs. Hashtag abolish ICE.
Yeah, right. And we also have a Patreon. Check out our Patreon. So coming up this week on Thursday, that's tomorrow, we have our Defy Vortex review, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. On Friday, June 20th, it's the Los Lobos de Lucha Libre 1-year anniversary with our Fantastic Mania watch along. So that'll be at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll be doing a live watch along of Fantastic Mania.
7:30 Pacific, yeah.
Yes. Sorry about that. 7:30 p.m. Pacific. I gotta mess it up somewhere. Yeah, and Fantastica Mania you can watch on the CMLL YouTube channel. And then on Fantastica Mania live stream hype. And then Sunday, 22nd of June, we have our WWE review 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
My favorite match. Do not care. Y'all can fight me. This is my match of the entire card.
So we have Titan and Templario, and it's okay, CMLL. I got you. I fixed your card for you. You're fine. We got Templario and Titan facing off. They're going to be facing off at Fantastica Mania with their respective factions. But this one was mano a mano, best 2 out of 3 falls. The first fall went to Templario, second fall went to Titan, and then the third fall went to Templario. So we got Templario con el triunfo en este match. I mean, yeah, you can't go wrong with these two. They just go at it. I don't like seeing them fight. I'm sorry. Baboso.
Well, you know, my baby daddy.
Yes.
And what else can be said? It was beautiful. Although I do love, there was that one moment when Templario literally pulled Titan up by his ankles. Did you?
Yes.
Just like, blah. I was like,
Yes.
Take me, daddy, take me. I do love this green, the new green look. I really like that look. But no, this match was everything that I had hoped it would be. And I agree with Mikey. This was definitely my match of the night. It was just so good. It was just it was one of those that I literally stopped doing everything else I was doing and just focused on it. Because it was just hit after hit after hit after hit after hit, and they were just, and it was like even keeled. I mean, they were like literally match for match. I mean, hit for hit, and it was so good. And I love these two guys, and I agree with you. I hate watching them fight.
Yeah,
I want them to fight together,
right?
Exactly, other people, not against each other. But no, this was fantastic. This was. I could have just ended here and been done.
Right.
It was so good. It was so good.
Jefe.
I love this match so much. And for me personally, the reason why this was my match of the night is for a couple of reasons. Number one, the in-ring action was so good. I think because of what we cover here at BC WrestlePod, I feel that me personally, I'm spoiled because not only did we get to see Titan and Templario fight each other here in CMLL, but over the last couple of months, we've seen Templario pop up in MLW, AEW, New Japan. I got to see him live at Resurgence, team up with TJP, which was a lot of fun. And then Titan has been on my radar forever, but fantastic for the Aniversario show. Really made me a big fan of his when he won the Copa at the Aniversario show. His Best of the Super Juniors run was pretty good. He's kind of leading LFI de Japón right now with, Bushi and Naito no longer part of New Japan. So Titan's kind of taking the reins, which is kind of fun to watch him go back and forth in New Japan. What I loved about this is surprisingly, Titan was playing more of a technical role in this one, and Templario was kind of leaning into a more rudo style, especially of how aggressive he was getting. And we talked about this last week that the more that we've seen Templario the last couple of weeks, he's been kind of being a little more aggressive, being a little bit more rudo. Not full yet, but he's leaning into that mindset of United Empire where it's, you have to win at however you got to do it. And so Templario was playing on some injuries. He was playing on the mistakes that Titan was doing. But Titan, whereas Templario has the power, Titan beautifully countered a lot of it because Titan has the speed for him. And we got to see both the power and the speed here. But yeah, this was my match of the night. And because of the in-ring psychology that it told in this match, I kind of bring up AJ Lo-Fi's point too, because he exactly states what I was about to say. I feel that this match, because Titan was battered and bruised by the end of this match of all of Viernes Espectacular has probably the only real consequence of the night, which is really going to play into Fantastica Mania, because these two will be going up against each other, but they will have backup in their faction members in that 3-on-3 on Friday. So it makes me super excited for that match. But yeah, this was my match of the night. These two are amazing. I'm going to put this on my short list to revisit because it was just that good. I might have to put it in my top 10 for this year, but I got to revisit it once we get closer to the end of the year.
Nice. Yep. Definitely a good one. Like I said, Templario comes up with the win on this one. Brings us to our main event, our feel-good main event, dare I say. And to steal our Primo's statement, your standard Viernes Espectacular feel good ending, where we saw the technical team of Místico, Máscara Dorada, Neon, and Atlantis Jr. versus the Rudo team of Averno, Ultimo Guerrero, Euphoria, and Gran Guerrero. First fall went to the Rudos, and second and third fall went to the Técnicos. Not as much Rudos shenanigans as you expect, especially out of these four. Jefe, what'd you think?
So I had fun with this match. I think this was a proper main event for Viernes Espectacular. But again, I feel that we were working at 1.5 speed. Because again, all these people are involved this week for the AEW Visitation and Fantastica Mania, so nobody can really get hurt. So I will say this. I thought this was a really fun match. This was a proper main event. Again, because we were working at a slower pace. And I feel that, how do I say this? Because I don't want to sound like I am absolutely taking poo-poo on this match, because that's not my intention. But I feel that, again, we played it safe. And I feel that there was a little bit, not a lot, but like there was just a tiny bit of miscommunication. And I feel like people weren't in places and spots where they needed to be at certain points for me. But I think that overall, I think this is a fun, proper main event. But it was a little bit weird. It was a little bit weird to not see the Rudos doing shenanigans, especially with these four Rudos that we've seen since covering CMLL this whole year. Like the Gran Guerrero and Ultimo Guerrero, like we know are shenanigans. And I'm very surprised of how limited Averno and Euphoria were in terms of the shenanigans that they were playing. I was like, this was a little bit. This was an interesting one for sure. But yeah, they held back a little bit, but also to bring up what Agent Lo-Fi stated earlier too, I think the whole night felt a little weird for me because of the fact there was a lot of Rudo versus Rudo types of matches, which is not normal for CMLL, at least from what we've seen this past year. But I still enjoyed it. I really, really did.
Yep. Yeah. Papa also.
I liked it. The one thing about this one is the crowd. I think this is the one. Isn't this the one where the crowd was going insane?
Yeah.
I mean, they were like, wow. I was like, okay. So I got caught up in the crowd noise. But I was very surprised. I mean, I loved the match. I thought like I said, it was a feel good match. It was like, a good ending. I was a little surprised Euphoria was so tame.
Yes.
I mean, out of the four of them, he has been, ever since he lost his mask, he has just been sort of unhinged. And he wasn't at all in this. He was very subdued. And I was sort of surprised by that because usually he's like yanking and ripping and, and he wasn't, he was hard. I think maybe once or twice, but usually he is just like he's got like blood in the water and his eyes just go, and he just starts ripping it. And I didn't feel like he did that at all. I felt he out of all four of them was probably the one that was held back the most.
Mm-hmm.
I think all four of our Rudos were, because they all kind of did feel kind of hey, we're gonna just have fun. We're not gonna like go crazy. But
Right.
and I know that's that's cool, but I kind of want the cray happening. I like the
Yeah.
cray Rudos. I mean, I'm not saying they have to do a lot of shenanigans, but I just love that sort of blood in the water crazy they get. And I don't know. I love the match. I just felt like the Rudos were held back a little bit. I thought, again, it wasn't a bad match. It was pretty good. I enjoyed watching it, but
Yeah,
I
totally.
think it did give a kind of, oh, that was nice.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, no, and Primo, he's popping in with the CMLL. Yeah, they got work on that audio. Man, they got to work on that.
Let's talk about this for like 30 seconds because when I'm watching this, like the crowd audio is okay and the in-ring audio is okay. But what I need them to fix is like when they play the entrance music, because they have to figure out how to level it correctly. Like the first 2 seconds, like I'm watching, and then all of a sudden I jump out of my chair because then I'm startled by the start of the song, and then they fix it to the audio level at home. I'm like, ah! I was like, get it together.
Yup. Yeah. But overall it was a fun Viernes Espectacular. And that's it. But this Friday, este Viernes week, guess what? We have another Viernes Espectacular. Oh my God. It's Fantastic Mania. I'm going to touch on this really quick because I think in Los Noticias we're going to talk about it even more. But this is the card right now for Fantastic Mania, where we start off with La Jarochita versus Thunder Rosa, and then Kita versus Red Velvet. Difunto Zandekan Jr., Rugido and Magnus versus Leo Rush, Action Andretti, Rocky Romero, and Robbie X. Ultimo Guerrero versus Yota Tsuji. Los Ingorables de Japón. That is Titan. That is not Tamahashi.
I got you.
Thank you.
I got you. So in a faction and faction warfare representing Los Ingobernables de Japón, it is Titan, Hiromu Takahashi, and Shingo Takagi.
Yep. Versus the United Empire Templario, Francesco Akira, and TJP.
Our New Japan Strong Tag champs are in this match.
Yep, that's right. Then we have Volador Jr. versus Ricochet. In a match Relampago, we will be seeing Neon versus Kevin Knight subbing in for a Hurt Commander. Please do what you got to do. Take your time. Heal. You're missed. And then in the main event, we have Mascarada y Místico versus Bandido and Hologram, which is going to be a match. Up to you, El Jefe.
Yes.
Para noticias.
Alrighty. So I'm not going to spend too much on the noticias because a lot of it is recapping what happened yesterday. Not spoil anything because Grand Slam Mexico just ended before we went on the air, so we're fine. And then previewing what's to come. And you already talked about Fantastica Mania, but I'm going to go through everything. So this is more of everybody get ready because next week we're going to have a plethora of reviews for everything that went down this week. Next Tuesday, the CMLL crew, which is us three, will be teaming up with the AEW crew. So that is the Professor and JVL. Everybody's involved. So really quickly, we had some really fun stuff happen with CMLL this week. Of course, we have a whole grand week. So I want to quickly first go into what went down last night at CMLL versus AEW ROH. Without spoiling the results of the matches, CMLL took a 4-2 victory by the end of the night. So
they did.
CMLL took the wins here, which was fun to watch. The matches that we got to see, and this is the order that they happened, was Persephone versus Red Velvet. We also got for the tag team championships, Angel de Oro and Niebla Roja defending their titles against the crew of AEW, which is Leo Rush and Action Andretti. Yes, Agent Lo-Fi, I'm still making my way. I'm halfway through. Please watch the show. This is amazing. We will be reviewing this next Tuesday along with Grand Slam Mexico. So Agent Lo-Fi, hermano, if you are around, then you are more than welcome to pop in and be our unofficial 6 co-hosts, because there's going to be 6 of us then. We got a really fun match between Neon and Hologram. This match was banging. We also got Atlantis Jr. versus the walking weapon of Josh Alexander. I was salivating. I was like, Josh Alexander, I love you. Atlantis Jr., love you too. We got this Atomico match, which of course is Ultimo Guerrero, Gran Guerrero, Averno, and Euphoria taking on the Don Callis family of Konosuke Takeshita, Raki Azúcar Romero, Hechicero, and the Proto Star Kyle Fletcher. So this is CMLL versus AEW, which is great. Then in the main event, and this was announced the day of the show, this is for the Ring of Honor World Championship. Bandito, our ROH champion, put his title on the line against Máscara Dorada. And I will say this is match of the year, like match of the year contender, personally. This match was awesome. And yes, Agent Lo-Fi, the main event was Chef's Kiss. We'd love to see it. There we go. Me and El Butador are fighting for it. We were like, what is happening? Yeah. So please go out of your way to watch it. The AEW boys have to watch this, and the CMLL boys also have to watch this too. But it is a good 2.5 hours. This is so much fun. But so was Grand Slam Mexico, which I got to watch before we went on air. So I'm not going to spoil anything. I have the updated card, but for the review, not for here when we get to a certain match. But we had MJF versus Mystico, which was interesting. We had our CMLL World Women's Championship was on the line. Zuxis defended her title against Mercedes Moné. Now, this match changed because it went from a 12-man to a 14-man match.
Yeah. They kept announcing people. I'm like, who else are they bringing out?
We had to take people. Some people got taken out because they couldn't be here, and then we added people, and this went from a 12-man to a 14-man. But it was not a chaotic car crash. It actually worked very well, which I was really happy to see. This match was amazing as well. The 4 million peso high flying 4-way, when you converted that's about $200,000. Which Tony Khan, if you want to send some my way, I ain't gonna say no. I will take that money. We could use it. I'm poor right now. But yeah. And then, of course, we didn't get the graphic for this, but we also got Mark Briscoe versus Okada, which was also really good too. But This was all the CMLL related talent involved in this match. And then tonight, they are also currently filming the ROH Global Wars Mexico. And as of right now, the 2 matches that we have are, I'm going to look forward to it as the ROH person who watches ROH still. Lee Moriarty, your pure champion, taking on Blue Panther, which makes me super excited. Cannot wait for them to tape and air that probably next week. But the match I'm also really looking forward to in Global Wars is Athena, your Ring of Honor Women's Champion, teaming up with her minion and her bestie, Billy Starks, to take on the team of AEW's Thunder Rosa and CMLL's Queen, La Reina herself, Persephone.
Wait. Let me do it.
Go for it. Do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
2024 Persephone. Sorry.
Love it. So Global Wars Mexico is going to be fun. But then, of course, Fantastica Mania is this Friday. I'm not going to go over the card because El Buntador already went through it. But we are doing a live watch along at 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. We will probably go live about 15, 20 minutes before it starts so we can run over the card. I will get all the slides ready because I love that CMLL is one of the few companies that has all their cards ready to go on the social medias for me to use in the slideshow. Like, not even gonna lie. But that's just this week. But then, oh no, we're not done with CMLL talent, because next week is also going to be busy for some of our CMLL talent, because we head on back to the States for MLW's next show, which is Summer of the Beasts. Mm-hmm. And we already talked about how we are having Los Depredadores defend their MLW World Tag Team titles against a mystery team. So we don't know who that gonna be. I'm super excited about. We're also getting Shotzi Blackheart coming in, which makes me super excited.
But then most recently announced, we got another CMLL talent involved, and that is Ultimo Guerrero defending his national MLW National Openweight title against somebody who me and Will are very familiar with, and Mr. Alex Hammerstone. God, this match is going to rule.
Yeah, it's going to be a good match.
Ooh. News from Ancient Lo-Fi. Blue and Lee technically main evented tonight, and it was taped after Dynamite's main. I'm like, yes.
Nice.
So excited to watch that when it comes out. But yeah, that is my noticias for the week. Again, it is all AEW versus CMLL crossover this week. And then we have MLW Summer of the Beasts. I'm excited. This is going to be fun. Cannot wait. And Fantastica Mania is going to be great. I can't wait. So, bam, I take it over to you, El Buntador, to wrap us up.
Gracias. And that's it, mi gente. That was our show for the night. A lot of good lucha. I mean, dare I say, we've been well fed. Yeah.
Outside of the Anniversario show, I am so excited for Friday for Fantastica Mania, because not only is it another fun event, the card looks really fun, but we can officially celebrate 1 year. And funny enough, as of I haven't really announced this because now I have officially got the official date. I would like to wish us here at BC WrestleBot a happy 3-year anniversary. We have made it 3 years. Today is the 3rd year anniversary for BC WrestlePod.
Nice. There we go. All right, mi gente. Well, this is it. This is the time of the night. We say nos vemos. But just please remember that I'm Biconic. You're Biconic. We're all Biconic. And you get to finish your story. Stay safe out there. And let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. Johnny TV style.
Sebastian!
You're in the shot, you bald idiot!
You fool!
The other way! Go!
Me tiene loco en la cabeza cuando me tocas. Siento que todo está bien